Right, hello everybody. I'm just going to show you how to set up the Voopeak TC21 ultra covert hunting camera. That's what it's going to look like once they give you this provided plastic key bark thing to disguise the camera. That's actually pretty good. It is an improvement. Anyway, so Voopeak is a sub-brand of Campark. You've probably heard of Campark. That's one of the big makers of hunting cameras these days. Hunting cameras are also known as wildlife cameras or trail cameras because you set them up on a trail. So it could be either of those three names. So I'm going with the Voopeak, and Voopeak is spelled V-O-O-P-E-A-K. I'll leave a link under this video for you to click on in order to go and buy one if you want to, because they are excellent. So I'm going to show you. I've already done an unboxing video. That's about 20-minute long video. So look in my account. I'll also leave a link underneath this video if you want to look at the unboxing video first to see what's in it. Obviously, you get the camera, you get the solar panel, you get the fake bark thing, you get the instruction manual, etc. So watch that if you want to. Now I'm going to show you how to actually set one of these up. Now, in order to first use it, you need to have plugged it into a power supply. They provide you with a USB-C cable. That's what the USB-C looks like. Small, much smaller than the other end of the cable, which is the normal, I think that's called USB-B. Anyway, that's what most people consider USB. So once you've got that cable, you can either plug that into your computer to get a charge off that. Most computers have got USB cables, obviously. If you're lucky enough, you can buy these particular plugs. This is what a UK 3-pin plug looks like. These were 99p on eBay when I first bought them in 2017. So as you can see, one end goes in there, and the other end goes into the bottom of the camera. The USB-C socket is at the bottom of the TC21 trail camera. So charge it up. In the instructions it tells you it's going to take 8 hours. On the website it tells you 9 hours. In actual fact, it took me about 5 hours because I used my mobile phone charger, which is also USB-C, and that provides fast charge. So they must come with a bit of a charge out of the factory, but not much. So charge it up. Make sure when you do charge it up, you get a red light near to the USB-C port. And when it's charged up, I presume the red light goes off. That's what happened to me anyway, and I presume it's now fully charged. So you've got it charged. There's an internal battery in these, and I'm not entirely sure what the size of the internal battery. I think it's 5,000 milliamp hours. I'll have to double check that, and I'll write in the description underneath this to explain to you. There's an internal battery which I don't see how you can access it. I can't see a way to unscrew this. So when that battery fails, I presume this unit is then junk, because I can't see how you get it out. I can't see how you could swap it out for another one, if you see what I mean. So again, that's something I need to ask Voopeak. And as you can see, a Voopeak sent me this, asked me to tell my viewers that it's a Voopeak one, but as you can see, it's branded Campark. The solar thing is branded Campark. Even the box it came in is branded Campark. So I don't understand why they've got two brands selling exactly the same product. It's exactly the same product, as you can tell. But anyway, Voopeak is what they want me to market it as. Maybe it's for marketing reasons. Maybe they sell certain brands in certain countries more than others. Anyway, they do not provide you with a micro SD card. You have to buy that yourself. And to show you exactly what I went for, I bought these. These are about £14–15 each. I went for Sandisk Extreme micro SDXC card. I've bought so many different Sandisk SD cards and SDXC cards over the years. I've got piles of them. But I thought I'd buy a brand new one since I've got a brand new camera. And you can see in the packaging there, I went for the 128GB. That should be enough for absolutely tons of videos, depending on how long you make the videos. You should be able to get hundreds of, say, 30-second long videos on a card like that in 4K quality. And you can see the U with a 3 in it, that signifies that it's okay for 4K quality footage. So make sure whenever you buy them, they come in all kinds of different qualities. Make sure it's okay for 4K Ultra HD quality, because the trail camera records in 4K quality. And there you go. This card reads up to 190 megabytes a second, and it writes at 90 megabytes a second. And then they also give you an adapter, so you can put the little micro SD card in that. And then a lot of laptops have a normal SD card slot that size, so that's what you'd use it for. So anyway, here's another one. I bought two. It's always useful to have at least two per camera, because when you set one up, might be a few miles away from your house, when you then go to change it, to take the card out, to bring the card home so you can put the footage onto your computer. You then want a second one so you can leave that one while you're out there, if you see what I mean. So I already tested this. So this card here, turn it upside down. I just need to put the camcorder down because I can't. I need both hands for this. These cards are absolutely tiny. They're very easy to drop. So once it looks upside down to you and you can see the little gold bits at the bottom, put it into the slot which they've labelled as a TF slot. Nobody uses TF. Hold on. My camcorder is looking blurry at the moment. That's okay. Sorry, I can see. Right, just want to make sure it was in focus still. The hazards of filming. Right, so put the SD card in. You'll hear a little click and you'll feel it go in. It does feel as though it's sticking out slightly. That is normal, and if you were to press it again, it causes the card to pop out. So press the card in. Okay. So you've already charged this unit up using USB cable for about between 5 and 8 or 9 hours. So it's charged up. You've got the SD card in there. Now you're ready. It should be on off because I was already mucking around. So you've got 3 options: off, set up, and on. I've just switched it off. Give it a couple of seconds. Let me just check. Yeah. Okay. Right. So let's try that again. So going from the off position to set up, 1 notch across. So it's now on setup. I want to be careful because it's the lens. Obviously, it shows you what you're filming. So I'm going to cover my face with my thumb. So obviously it's showing you what's in front of the camera, which is me at the moment. So I'm just using that to cover me. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the buttons on this to set it up. Okay. Again, excuse the trying to get the right amount of zoom on this without it. See, it's losing focus. That's not too bad. Okay, right. So the menu button is that one there. So click on menu, and then you get the menu screen. Let me just get my light out of the way. Okay, now I've got to try and get this in focus for you, haven't I, folks? I don't know why the camcorder is playing up again. So, mode. Now, so let's click on OK to select mode. Right. So it gives you the option. You can either set it up to just take photographs, just take videos, or take photos and videos. I always use these cameras for video. So use the up and down buttons to get to video. Then select OK. So you've now set it up. Mode is now video. Now you want to go down to the next thing. PIR sensible interval. That's how often you want the camera to go off. So say it's taken a video. Say you set it to record 30-second long videos. So it's recorded, say, a cat walking in front of your camera. How often do you want the camera to go off? Do you want it to try and go off immediately again, or do you want to give it a gap, say wait a minute before it starts filming something else, because presumably you're going to be filming the same thing? I try and do it as little as possible because you never know what you're going to capture on a trail camera. So I'm going to click on OK. Let's just see what the minimum amount is. Quite often these cameras have a minimum of about 5 seconds. Sometimes some of them have 3 seconds. Let's see what the minimum is. You have to have a gap in between videos. Let's see what we can do. 5. Ah, yeah, see, 5 seconds is the minimum gap. It goes to 59 once you've gone round. So you have to have a 5-second gap. So you've recorded something, then there'll be a 5-second gap, and then it's potentially ready to record again. So I'm going to leave it on 5 seconds. So click on OK. Go down to the next thing. Sensitivity. Now let's just see what the options are. High, medium, and low. So how sensitive do you want the sensors to be? You know, if they can detect something at a distance that's giving off a tiny bit of heat. I believe most trail cameras work off heat. They've got heat sensors. So, you know, a warm animal walking past, or even a moth or a spider or a squirrel can trigger the camera to start recording. It's not based on movement, as a lot of people think, because otherwise it would be going off every time, you know, a branch moved in the distance or a leaf moved or something. So it seems to be they're triggered by heat, I believe. And in fact, that's something I'm going to write down to ask them. I've got questions to ask Voopeak. There's a few things that aren't explained. So I'm writing down heat triggered question mark. Okay, so I'll leave it on high. Let's just get my camcorder back in focus again, folks. Okay. Oh, that's not in focus. Oh, why is it just switched off? Let's click on OK. Right. High, I'm going to press OK. Oh, my camcorder's giving me jip at the moment. High, OK, right. Next thing you want to do, go down. Time lapse is off. You can set these up to record time lapse. I don't know. Well, I'm not going to go through all the settings I'm not going to use, or else I'm going to run out of time. I want to try and keep this video below 20 minutes. I'm already at 10 minutes. So time lapse is off. Loop recording is off. I believe on other cameras that I've got that have loop recording, it just basically means you can set it to record continuously, say for an hour, and then once it gets to that hour mark, it then starts recording over the first part of the recording, so you only end up with, say, an hour of footage no matter what. So it'll be like the last hour of footage. That's what I believe that sort of thing is. I'm not going to go over that now, as I said, otherwise the video is going to end up too long. Infrared light, it's currently on auto. Let's just see what the options are. You've got auto, medium, low, or off. Now, infrared light is obviously so that you can record wildlife when it's pitch black at night. I record badgers. If you look through my YouTube account, I've got hundreds of footage of badgers. I have to have recording at night. So, infrared, presuming that's the low level of light, medium light, or auto. I'm going to leave it on auto. I wouldn't want it on low level because you need a lot of infrared light in order to pick up wildlife when it's pitch black. So leave it on auto. Let's go down to the next thing. Next thing is low bats night shots, no shutting. Let me click on OK. So you've got the option of either no infrared LED or no shutting. And that means the shutter doesn't go off when the batteries are low. I'm going to leave it on no shutting. Monitoring period. Now you can, I'm just going to show you, it's on off, I'm going to leave it on off. I'm just going to show you what the options are. Off or on. You can switch that on. Let's, I might as well quickly demonstrate this one. Switch it to on. And then it gives you the options. So you can have a start and stop time. So let's say you only want to record what happens between 3 AM and 6 AM in your garden. You can do the start time as 3 AM, stop time as 6 AM, and that's it. And it won't record outside of those timers. So that's a possibility. If there's only certain times you want to be recording, you can do that in order to save your batteries. Let's say you don't care what happens before midnight in your back garden, but you know that sometimes hedgehogs turn up between, say, 2 and 6 AM. Set it for 2 to 6 AM, or, you know, it's up to you. Play around with that. I'm going to go back to that. I'm going to switch it to off. So use the up arrow and then click off. So I don't want that. Frequency 60 Hertz. I'm going to click OK. The options are 50 Hertz or 60 Hertz. Now, I don't know why you would change those. That is not something I understand. I don't know whether they explain that in the instructions, but for the moment, I'll leave it on 60 Hertz, which is what they had it. Let's go down. Is that it? Let's go back down. So we've done mode, video. We've done the PIR interval to 5 seconds. Oh, I haven't set, yeah, there's a few things I haven't set. I haven't set the recording length, have I? So there must be some more options. No, so how do you get some more options then? How do you set the video length? Now we're into a bit of a... Interesting. Okay, so let's see if I can go across. Okay, so use the right button to go across to the next button, which is for photos. Photos are currently set at 40 megapixels. I believe the most they can do, let's click on OK, most they can do is 46 megapixel quality. Now I'm not going to be using it to record photos, so I'll leave it on what that is at the moment. Picture numbers, you can set how many photos you want it to take at a time. Most people set it to record, say, 3 photos or 5 photos at a time, and you can muck around the shutter speed. Not something I'm doing. I'm going to be using this camera for video, so now I'm going to use the across button again. This is what I want. So the video camera setting has now gone blue, shows I'm now on the... So resolution 4K P30, I presume that means 30 frames per second, so it's like the equivalent of taking 30 photos a second when you're recording in 4K quality. So the image quality should be exceptional at that kind of. Let's click on OK. So these are your options: 4K, 2K, 1296 or 1080p. Most people understand 1080p. Most people's TVs are 1080p, full HD quality. I've got some other trail cameras that are 1296p quality. There is a slight improvement. It's not a lot. And then obviously 4K is really good quality. So I'm going to leave it on 4K. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Video length. Now this is crucial. How long do you want? So let's just use the down button to get to that, and then click OK. Video length is now flashing. Let me click on OK. Now it's giving me the option. It starts at 10 seconds. Let's just see if you can go shorter than that. Yes, you can. 9, 8, 6. What's the shortest video you can record with these? There you go. So the shortest video you could possibly set is 5 seconds. Can you see that? Excuse the lighting in here. It's trying to get the angle right. There we go. So the shortest video you could possibly have is 5 seconds. The longest is 3 minutes, which is 180 seconds. Because you're filming wildlife, mostly wildlife is constantly on the move. They very rarely stop still for a minute. I used to record a lot of videos for a minute long, and then I found out that quite often 30 seconds is enough. I think to initially test this camera, I'm going to do them as 1 minute long videos. So let me use the up button. Let's get this to go to 60 seconds. 30 seconds is probably okay once you're used to using the camera, but for the sake of, I do get foxes in my garden, I do get hedgehogs, squirrels. That's mostly what I'm hoping to get. And obviously cats come into my garden from my neighbours. Let me get it to 60 seconds. There we go, 60 seconds. Excuse me. Okay, and then click OK. That's that. Now, auto lengthen video. I don't know what auto lengthen video is. That's currently on off, so I'll leave that. So let's go back to click on menu again to get out of that, I presume. Yeah. And record audio is on. You can switch it off if you want. If you don't want audio, you could switch that off. Obviously, I want. I don't see why you wouldn't want audio. It's always good to get noises of animals and birds. Okay, so that's it. That's all the options you've got for video. And then use the menu button again. Hold on. Press it again. Oh, now use the across button. Go across. I want to go to the last button, which is the settings button. See that cogwheel is now set. So language, English, yes. Default setting. What is default setting? Return menu settings to defaults. Ooh, you don't want to do that. That would blank everything I've just done. So I'll click on OK to cancel that. Format. Now I've already formatted the card, but I'm going to do it again. It's always a good idea to format your card before you first use it. Otherwise you can't record to a card. So you need to format them first. Now, again, this is crucial. Date and time. So I want to set today's date and time. Now I'm just going to write down. So they've got it set as the 5th of June 24. Maybe this came out of the factory in June 2024. I've just received mine a couple of days ago. Today's the 20th of September 2024. So in order to get the correct time and date, I'm going to go to a website called, let me just type it in my computer. Right, the website is called time.is, okay? And just to show you, it perfectly shows you, my camcorder is having issues with, there you go, it shows me the time and date, there you go. So that's what I now need to do down here. So it's already flashing 2024, that's good. So now I'll need to go across. It's not June, so use the up buttons or down buttons. Let's just check. Yeah, so 12, that's got to be a month. So 9th is what I want. 9th is September. And use the across button. Today's date is the 20th, so let's go up. Pressing the up button. Where are we? 20, so 20th of September 2024. Press OK. Oh, no, let's press OK again. So go across. When you go across one more time, you then get onto the time. So that should be the hours, I believe. Let's have a check. Yeah, so 23 would be 11 o'clock at night. So I want to go down to 2, which would be 14. the 24-hour clock. So yeah, 14, what do I want? 44 is what I'm going to need. So then use the across button again. Let's go up. I want 44. It's about to change to 44 there, so I'll wait until it gets to that, and then 09 seconds. Let's go across. I'll leave it on 9. I'm just waiting. So computer saying 2 seconds, 3 seconds. When it gets to 9, I'll press OK. 8, 9 now. Okay, so I've now set the time. Time format you can muck around with how you want it. Anyway, that's how to set it up. I hope that's been useful to you. Click like if you like this, subscribe to me, and I'll make other videos to show you what I actually end up getting off this. I will also now plug in the solar panel somewhere in my garden attached to this, and then I'll set up and let you know what I've got out of it. Thank you very much for watching my setup video of the Voopeak TC21 ultra covert hunting camera. I'll leave links underneath this for you to click on to buy one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.